Hey guys, I hope you're having an awesome day and welcome back to the channel. This is Akula, and for today's video I thought I would share my thoughts about the new champion that we have in Season 5, Loba, her abilities, as well as there's some pretty cool Kraber action that I have in this video, and I definitely hope that you enjoyed this video. Now right off the bat, as you can see, straight away, throwing around the bracelet. In some cases, amazing landings. In some cases like this, not so much. But honestly, I feel like either a jumper from the movie Jumper or actually blinking around like a mage from World of Warcraft. It's a cool teleportation tactical that the new champion has, and I think it will definitely be popular. I can definitely feel everyone wants to play Loba. I know it died out a little bit, but the first few days or the first week, it was definitely fun to see everyone playing Loba, fighting for the character, and then in actual gameplay, people just throwing the bracelet. I don't think anyone has really mastered it at that point, to be honest, even at this point still, and it was just loads of fun. You know, when everyone's really bad at one character all at the same time, all together. And I know that for the first minute or so, you just see me looting around, running around, throwing the bracelet, making some nice jumps, terrible jumps, but I promise you the action's coming. As you can see here, we've definitely engaged with our first squad, and from now on we almost have no breathers until the very end of the game. Definitely gonna have some really nice moments taking the enemies down, as well as a few nice, really nice Kraber shots, and at the same time you definitely see quite skillful fails as well. I mean, that's what I'm good for, not doing so well in the games. Now as you can see, we definitely engaged the enemy here. Unfortunately, two of us did get knocked down, but luckily our third teammate is actually pretty good and he managed to get a final kill. And in this situation, what can I say? Safety first, so crawling to that safe spot behind a little wall or behind a pillar, just waiting for my friend to come and save me. And don't tell me the Mirage Resurrection is not overpowered. But before we could even get a breather, as you can see, we've been attacked by another squad, so barely any time to even heal up. And I think in this situation, this is where the bracelet, the teleportation skill is actually quite useful. As you can see, I just chucked it out, trying to get slightly to the other side, so at least I have the enemy in front of me, not to the side or behind me. This way it gives you time to heal up, load up, and just pretty much get ready to shoot the enemy. Unfortunately for us, at the same time the circle started closing in, the enemy was pushing, and you know, I tried to run for it, but unfortunately, me being me, such a noob, I get knocked down almost straight away again, this for the second time. But luckily for me, again, I have such a good teammate. He kind of predicted my fail, so he opened the portal and I managed to get out there, and just in time for him to come out as well and give me a heal. Luckily for us, the other squad did not follow the right through the portal, so who knows what could have happened if they did, but they did decide just to run, so you definitely see them running at us really quickly. As you can see, boom, another throw and another terrible fail. So my thoughts on the tactical is that it's good for positioning. If you need to get higher ground, if you need to go over an obstacle, you can even throw the bracelet over a building so you instantly have some time between you and the enemy, or just to get out of a situation or into a situation quicker. However, I'm sure you could already see there are drawbacks to the bracelet. The first one is just the animation. When she takes it off and throws it, when it's in the air, and then even when you teleport, there is still a brief animation of her putting it back. So this makes me not want to use the bracelet when I'm actually receiving fire from either one or two sides, because it does slow down your movement and you pretty much are an exposed target. So if I were to use the bracelet to actually get some distance, I would definitely have to get some space between me and the enemy, perhaps maybe go around the corner or jump down, and then it gives you some time to throw the bracelet. I also found that since the bracelet does leave a trail when you are jumping, it does expose you to the enemy and they kind of see where you went. So that is also something that I would be cautious of when throwing the bracelet, in case you do want to have a more stealth attack and stealth approach. Even though I'm critical, do keep in mind that I still think that this tactical is one of the best tacticals that a legend has in this game, and as with all legends, compromises do need to be made just to keep it fair for everyone. As you can see in this situation, I was really hoping to go for a headshot, but still, it was a pretty nice, almost close combat kill with the Kraber. Definitely an overkill, and at the same time, since it was under the stairs, I did see as an opportunity to also use the finishing move. Probably not the wisest, but it just looked cool in combination with the overkill shot.
Good work, kill leader.
Now at this point I did decide to take the R301 over the flatline. I'm not exactly sure why. I was doing pretty well with the flatline, but I guess the R301 is a gun that I'm more comfortable with, and since it was getting near the end game, I decided to just take a weapon I am more familiar with. As you can see here, a couple more good shots with the Kraber. Unfortunately, it was just twice 152 damage. Didn't have the chance to finish the guy off. That would have been definitely cool.
There's one right here.
Now at this point you can see we are down to 3 squads, so we are definitely playing a little bit safer, not running around as crazy, at least not myself. Definitely making a big mistake of just standing still, but at that point I was kind of confident that no one's going to shoot me in the back. Plus we knew that at least one of the squads was not a full squad, but there was a drawback. As you can see, it was a mirage, so sending his decoys left and right, that was definitely annoying. So, you've seen me throw around the bracelet all over the place. Most of the time it's a fail, but a few good landings. Let's get on to the actual ultimate. So, with Loba's ultimate,
45
it's
seconds
I
until
call it
the ring
supermarket.
closes.
Place it down, and once it's open, you have the ability to take any 2 items that's within the radius of your ultimate, as well as your teammates. Also, please be mindful, once you are done and your team is done looting using your ultimate, do shut down the supermarket, otherwise the enemy squad can also use your own ultimate. I also found that I prefer using the ultimate about midway or even towards the end of the game, when most of your gear is already pretty good, but there's maybe an item or two you can fill in the gaps by shopping in the supermarket. And even though Loba's ultimate doesn't actually bring new items to the area, just takes the ones that are nearby, I do feel like it's a slightly better ultimate than Lifeline's, unfortunately. You definitely cannot deny that getting a headshot with the Kraber is one of the most satisfying feelings ever in this game, especially when you took very little time to aim, and definitely doesn't make me sound like a good person, but just imagining the person on the other end receiving the headshot, just pretty much dying even though they had full health and full shields in one shot, definitely would have made me angry as well. So yeah, my final thoughts on Loba. I think it's a great character. I definitely can see myself using her quite frequently, especially using her tactical. I think that is pretty much the best part about the character. The ultimate, it's a very nice thing to have, but it's definitely one of those hit or miss things. You could be lucky and you could get some really nice items, get that purple magazine or get that purple armor from one of the nearby loot boxes or nearby crates that someone may have actually forgotten to loot. It also helps your teammates, but at the same time I had many situations where there's just not any good items for a long time. You put the supermarket down multiple times and you just don't get anything that's really worth taking. I mean, always you could pick up extra ammo, that's always good, extra health and shields, because most likely there in the area there will be such supplies that you can just pick up. But again, because you can only pick up 2 items, it does pretty much limit what you can take, especially if there's more than 2 items that you do want to take. So make your choice wisely. I did make the mistake of making my choice too quickly, picking up 2 items and then realizing that there is another item that I would have loved to have. And one of the drawbacks is you're pretty much not going to run around trying to find the item unless it's quite early on in the game.
Healing.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots. Someone's got a shot on me, pretty sure. Recharging my shields.
Whoa, we got another squad here.
As you can see at this point, there's still 3 squads. We're pretty much sandwiched sitting between one squad right above us where we can't really get to, as well as someone shooting us from the bottom, so quite hard to make a decision. And at this point, as you can see, I tried to do a pro Loba move, throw my bracelet to get a better positioning, overthrow the bracelet, falls down the cliff, I can't get up, the circle takes me out. Pretty much the biggest pro noob move in this whole entire game amongst all squads, I can guarantee you.
What happened? Recoil hit you in the face?
Luckily for me, I had a really good random squad in this game and they actually managed to get the job done. As you can see, it's 2 squads remaining and I believe it's just one guy. As you will see, I did have a little bit of a heart attack as one more player does get knocked down, but luckily the last player does finish the job and we end up winning the game. So at this point, I just want to know, do you like the new legend? Are you going to be using Loba quite often? Do you like her tactical? Do you like her ultimate? Comment in the section down below. I would love to hear your opinions. And if you definitely enjoyed this video, do smash that like button and definitely subscribe to see similar content, reviewing different characters, seeing some awesome gameplay and some absolutely awesome failed epic moment gameplay. That's what I'm good at. Also, don't forget to check out my social media channels as well as my Twitch channel. Maybe we could even get a few games in together, or you can just watch me fail drastically live. And again guys, thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day. Goodbye and peace out.
You are the Apex Champions.